You see, last year, we rode this wave for a long time, right? This BLM wave. This wave was so strong and so long that some businesses have still not even recovered from all the riots and all this other stuff going on. Now, you guys know me, right? You guys know that I don't like talking about politics, racial issues, any of that. I strictly try to keep it relationship stuff. Man to women, relationship, inner dynamics, problems, and etc., etc. But this needs to be addressed because the aspect of this issue that I want to talk about is relationship stuff, which is mainly white girls having that BLM crap on their bio. Now, what do we know about women in general, fellas, when it comes to them wanting to fit in somewhere? They're groupies, right? They have the mentality that they have is being in a group and thinking and doing and saying and acting the same stuff the rest of the group does, right? So, it's a tragedy what happened, right? To the guy that started all this, right? And yes, I absolutely vote for ending racism, systematic racism, right? You guys can obviously see I'm a brown male myself. I have faced racism my entire life. And so obviously I'm absolutely against it. But when you use this to fit into a group, to get acceptance, attention, validation from people, just because they'll look at you and see that, oh, okay, this girl who has this BLM written on her bio feels for black people, right? I have a problem with that. When you have that going on. Why? You don't need to broadcast it anywhere for you to feel like you are against racism. You don't need to broadcast anything anywhere. You don't need to broadcast your belief system. Nobody asked you for that, right? Then why are you doing it? It's the same concept as women say that, oh, I put on makeup and I like to look nice because of me. No, bitch, shut your dumb ass up. You ain't fooling me with that bullshit. You do this because you want the validation, the attention from other people. So no, you're not putting this crap on your bio because you stand against it. Sure, you might or might not stand against it. I don't give a crap what you do in your life, all right? What you believe in, that's up to you. But you're doing it because you want to feel like you belong in a group, like you belong into something. You see, that's why religion is such a big thing and was such a big thing, because we always wanted to believe into something. And religion gave us that meaning to our belief system, to our existence. And that's why whenever we believe in certain religions, we try to hang on to it and not let it go. Because once we let it go, then everything we've believed in so far in our entire life goes to shit. It crumbles on us. And same thing with women, especially with women when they have this group-minded individuality personality, right? I mean, it's not me making it up that women are groupies. You guys all know this crap, right? They go to the bathroom with a bunch of chicks together. Why? They can wipe each other's asses off. They can... I'm not even going to talk about what they do in the bathroom, all right? Because I've seen and heard of some nasty stuff these hoes are doing, right? But they're going in there to talk about and gossip about crap that are frivolous. And that's why whenever you date a woman, whenever you see that your woman is with her friends, you always notice they're gossiping, talking. That's how they bond. Because without gossip and without being a part of a group, they don't have a meaning to their existence, right? Sorry about that, fellas. They don't have a meaning to their existence without being able to feel that I belong into something. individuality doesn't really apply to women. Another big reason why you see most successful entrepreneurs are men, because when you become a successful entrepreneur, you become very, very isolated and lonely from the rest of the society. Why? Because the rest of the society are filled with your 9-to-5ers. And you cannot think like a 9-to-5er if you yourself is a successful entrepreneur. Your whole mindset changes. We all know that successful entrepreneurs, businessmen, or not even successful, just entrepreneurs in general, have a different mindset. So you don't associate yourself with those people. And those people are the majority of the people, so inevitably you become kind of lonely. You do your own thing, you become isolated. But you're perfectly fine with that because you're a man. It's built into our DNA to be able to do things by ourselves. This is why men are more hands-on with tools, cars, mathematics, physics, science, all that stuff, and women are better with people. So, after saying all that, now you guys know that next time you see a woman, or you're trying to get to know a woman, and you check our Instagram out, check our Facebook out, or wherever out, and you see this BLM crap written on it, and she's a white woman, all right? The reason why I say it is because white women really don't know black people's or black women's struggle, or people in color, right? They really don't understand or know their struggle. They never can. First of all, she's a woman. The world is already starting at easy mode for her. On top of that, she's a white woman. Society looks at her like she's the next best thing since sliced bread. So inevitably, she will never understand the struggle, the real struggle, and the pain, and the rejection black people or people of color sometimes faces. Okay? Now, I don't believe in having a victim mentality just because of our background, right? I believe that wherever we came from, can be turned around if we just put our mind into it, right? If we really want to change something, especially as men, I believe that. But let's face it, fellas, as colored people, sometimes things might just happen to you that you cannot control. Racist things might just happen to you that you cannot control. Does that mean everybody and everything is racist? No, that doesn't mean that at all. I'm just saying there's a very high chance that just might happen. Okay? But that doesn't mean that you come in and you try to put everybody in one category and say they're all victims. All colored people are victims. That's where I have a problem with that. This conversation is just starting to go more and more towards racial issues, right? And I hate it. This video is necessary, but at the same time, it's like, gosh, dang. Could I have really not avoided this topic? No, I couldn't have. Because, fellas, this was a request, by the way, from one of my viewers. But, fellas, chicks who have this BLM crap written on their bio, white women especially, they want to fit into a society, or they want to fit into a group. They want other people to look at them and not only have the validation from white men, but also have the validation from all sorts of other people, all color, all races, all backgrounds of people to come into their page and validate them. And just know that as I was saying, that she will never understand the pain or the rejection and the hardship sometimes colored folks have to go through. As I said, we might not have, that racist things like that might not happen to us 24/7 all the damn time, but there's a good possibility that most of us, if not all of us, have or will have faced something racial, something racist against us, right? But just because of that, she feels like she should come in here and say that, oh, yeah, all black people's lives matter because they're all being systematically attacked because of their skin tone, and because of that, I'm a BLM advocate, right? What are you doing? Just look into this topic by itself, all right? You are putting the victims in another victim box. And you're just making this a bigger issue than it needs to be. You're worsening the issue. Again, this is a complete racial conversation if I keep going down that path, so I'm going to stop there. But let's talking about the white women who has this stuff written on their bio, right? Yeah, as I was saying, even though we might face that every now and then, the systematic racism every now and then, she herself cannot possibly ever experience that. It just doesn't make sense. How can a white woman who's literally valued by all races across the universe, by most people in the world, because that's facts. White women are valued by most people in the world. People look at white women like they're some sort of angels or fairies, right? So how can you possibly even feel what it really feels like for somebody who's the complete opposite of that? How? That doesn't make any sense to me. I don't know about you guys. So why would they then put that on their bio? Why would they then keep trying to sympathize? Why would they keep shedding those crocodile tears? Because again, as I was saying with that religion belief, this is something that's giving them a source. This is a source that's giving them something to hold on to. Something that they should believe into. Something that will make them feel like they matter and their opinion matters. Women want to be heard. Women want to be heard. I think I just said that twice. Women want to be heard, and women want to be felt, and women want to be looked out for. And they will try their best to do anything and everything to make that happen. And also, fellas, they're also noticing what's happening in media today. They're noticing that if you become a progressive woman, then you have all the attention looking at you, coming to you, right? That's what the media is doing. They're praising these type of women, progressive women. That's another incentive for women to become more progressive by putting that BLM on their bio. Another thing you'll notice is that these women play the most hard to get. These women have been ran through for the most part. These women most likely have bull nose piercings. Like, they could be attractive looking women or ugly looking women, doesn't matter. I've seen a lot of attractive white girls with that BLM crap on their bio, right? So these are damaged goods. Another red flag to look out for. Anytime somebody comes in you and tries to tell you that they feel sorry for something, but there's no way in hell they have any idea to ever feel that from first-hand experience, is bullshitting. And what do we know about bullshitters? They're damaged goods, especially women. Because without being damaged, they wouldn't be bullshitters. Because they have played that game. They have been into this game long enough. They have been played multiple times to where they know now what men want. And they know that their pussy has a lot of freaking power. And they're manipulating it. They're using their vagina to get all the attention to soak up all the attention from the society that they possibly can while they have the time, the youth and beauty on their side. And get all the resources from all kinds of men while they're at it. You'll notice these women also have a lot of likes on their Instagram pictures as well. Man, I made a few videos saying that why you should never date women with tattoos, why you should never date fat women, why you should never date single mothers, why you should not date women with piercings. I don't think I made the piercings video yet. I can if you guys want me to. Because those are big red flags. And this right here falls into the exact same category as those videos. But man, it's like when you see a girl like that, a white girl who was raised by white parents, didn't go to foster home, didn't get adopted by other racial or other races of parents, turning out completely the opposite of her background. Because white girls are not being taught by their parents, all lives matter, black guys are attractive. Her dad doesn't want her to go fuck black dudes. Even though he might not be racist, just because just because he doesn't want his white girl, to go sleep with black dudes doesn't make him racist. Maybe it does. I don't know, man. Let me know you guys' thought below, okay? This is a very touchy topic. This is a very sophisticated and a very touchy topic, as I just said. It's a very emotional topic as well. And that's why I hate talking about issues like this. So, yeah, this video was kind of all over the place. I know, fellas. Because this topic is just like that, you know? It requires me to go really deep into racial topics, and I don't want to do that. You guys know me. Not yet, at least. Because my channel is mainly for men's improvement, right? This is a men's improvement channel, but this is necessary to look out for these type of women, because we all want white girls, or I don't want to say we all want them, but a lot of guys want white girls, right? And there's a very, very, very big red flag. But anyways, as I was saying, yeah, her dad doesn't want her to be sleeping around with black dudes, right? No. Then why did she just do a complete 360, completely forget about her background and upbringing? Don't start the car yet. Completely forget about her upbringing and background, and just did a complete 360 and start sleeping with black dudes. Something definitely had to have happened in her head, right? What is it? Now, does it automatically mean she's a damaged good mentally if she starts sleeping around with black dudes and she's a white woman and she, like out of nowhere? No, we can't just say that. But what I can tell you is women who have been sleeping with black dudes, white women who have been sleeping with black dudes, do have other red flags, which are also major red flags. Most likely do have tattoos, most likely are overweight, most likely are single mothers, etc., etc., etc. You also have to look at the girl's age, right? If she's under 20 years old, then yeah, okay. Maybe she's trying to experiment stuff. Well, that brings me to my other point then. Why is she trying to experiment? If she's in the experimental phase, what do you think is going to happen to her in the next few years? She's going to be ran through. And then what type of person is she going to come out at the other end after this is over? A damaged good. Which is why I put these type of women with BLM on their bio in the damaged good category. Here's one thing to kind of have some sort of a rebellion mindset and kind of go against her family background and try to taste other races of guys. But it's completely different to just blatantly disrespect her family background and her dad, if her dad is not wanting her to sleep around with other races of men, because most white dads don't want that. I'm here to tell you that regardless of what they tell you in person, deep down they don't want their sweet little tushy daughter to get pounded out by 12-inch black cocks. I'm just making a joke here. Just because you're black doesn't mean you have a 12-inch schlong down there, right? Porn is not reality. But yeah, it's a transition phase, right? So it's completely different when she's disrespecting her family like that, and just going and just keeping up with that track, with that line of keep wanting to experiment more and more and more, and before you know, she doesn't even care about who she sleeps around with anymore. Race, she doesn't see any race anymore. Some girls like to say that bullshit, right? And those are the worst type of girls, because then their body count is 50 plus. But yeah, fellas, it's a slippery slope is what I would end the video at, okay? is when a woman has a BLM written on her bio. You don't know how long she's been this progressive. You don't know how old she is. You don't know what she has done so far. You don't know if she's in that transition phase. You don't know what she's going to be like after she comes out of the transition phase. You don't know. You don't know. You don't know. So once she starts going down that slippery slope, you already know she's going to be playing games, especially if she's a good-looking woman. Even, dude, there's the thing with progressive hoes. Good looking or not, even fat, ugly bitches that are progressive play games with you. That's just why. Because they have bought into that progressiveness. That tell them, oh, you deserve the best. You are a queen. Settle for nothing less than that. Well, that's why they don't want to give you the time of the day. Because they think they can do better. They can do better. They can do better. They can do better. And before you know, they're 28 with 2 kids from 2 different dads. Or 32 or 35. Bunch of student loan debt. You guys know the rest of the story. But yeah, fellas, I apologize a little bit. This video was all over the place because this topic is that sensitive. Once you start talking about it, you open up a whole bunch of loopholes for you. And you got to be very careful on what you say. But this video was a little bit different than my usual videos because I had a request from one of the guys wanting me to talk about this. If you ask my opinion, there's a big red flag if she has a BLM on her bio. She's a ran-through hoe, most likely. Damaged good as hell. You'll also notice these type of hoes put a lot of eye makeup. Chicks who put a lot of eye makeup are attention whores. You'll also notice that these kind of chicks are also popping their titties and ass open and being the most extra on Instagram. These are all signs of wholeness. Big, big, big red flags. Multiple body counts hella high, etc., etc. So that list just goes on. You guys get the idea. I'm out of this motherfucker. Follow me on Instagram at Zeekpeak. Like, comment, subscribe. Until next time, stay blessed, stay beautiful, and above all, stay classy.